watching M.O.D Entertainment. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and check out the website to get the gear. The link will be in the description.
Voice music.
From the land of the gang signs and blue rags, where we post up, never hesitate to blast. Where the weak don't last and the strong end up on the map. From the Golden State, where the real just be at. From the LA County, homie, where we know to bang. Shit is nothing growing up, you knew you had a back. Put it down for the vital, never will I rank. Ponte ducha all the time, you better watch your back. Cause she'll crack up, homie, it don't matter where you at. This is real gangster shit, only talking facts. It's the truth, ain't no lie, we don't need no caps. Just a Glock, stolen whip, in a Blasky mask. Shit is nothing busting hollers, we don't need to brag. From the
G-File.
Alright, now starting off right here, we have an interesting one. We have one of the largest neighborhoods in the SGV, the San Gabriel Valley, if not the largest neighborhood in the San Gabriel Valley. We have Varrio La Puente, or as it was known as Bridgetown Gentlemen. That was the original name, but then they dropped it. Bridgetown, obviously, translating bridge translates to puente. So they just dropped the puente part, the bridge part, and the gentleman. They use it from time to time, but they just went from Bridgetown Gentlemen to Varrio La Puente. Or you could just see it up as Puente. Now, Varrio Puente is a large neighborhood. Easily more than 3,000 members. Easily. And I'm not putting too much tapatio on it, you know what I mean? Easily more than 3,000 members, with a bunch of clique guys, you know what I mean? They got a gang of cliques from this barrio, you know what I mean? You got them from the Rama streets to the Harley streets to the Perth Street, and from that you have the Dow Boulevards. From the Dow Boulevard, you have the Ballista streets. You know what I mean? Like, they just have like a gang of cliques. You know what I mean? Because obviously it's a large neighborhood. You know what I mean? Now, but here's the thing, though. They all used to be one neighborhood, but it's separated. You get what I mean? So there used to be one whole neighborhood that's separated into individual cliques. So the cliques are like their own barrios, but they still belong to they use the Puente name, right? So like if they get incarcerated, they roll with Puente, they roll with the Puente card, they all roll together in one unit. But out here in the streets it's different. They some of them are like their own neighborhoods. You get what I mean? Not all of them. Some of them you could consider like cliques, like if they're cliques. But the rest of them, you could consider them like if they're their own individual neighborhood. Like they separated themselves from Puente, but still kept the Puente name and the clique name. If that makes any sense. I know it starts getting a little confusing when you think about it. You know what I mean? But not all the cliques went individually to do their own thing. And I'm going to be covering right here, the different cliques and different sides, and which ones are a part of the unit and which ones are rolling solo, for the Puente neighborhood right here, because they cover a mass amount of territory, a big chunk of territory, because like I said, this gang has been around here since the late 40s, early 50s when this neighborhood was established. So it already has a long time, and like I said, easily more than 3,000 members, heavily rooted. It's got Jews, they with the business, homie. The most biggest and dangerous gang right here in the SGV, homie. These guys ain't no jokes, homie. These vatos, they got their riders, man, and I mean a gang of them. But yeah, I'll be breaking down the cliques right here. Now, starting off right here with an old school clique out of Puente, you have Varrio Happy Home Puente. Now, I was told that this one's separate from the other Puente neighborhoods. As a matter of fact, it's located outside of Puente, because this neighborhood is located at Hacienda Heights. Like I said, Puente just has a large presence over here in the SGV. They're just large, you know what I mean? That's just how it is, and Happy Home was an old clique that was large, a large old clique out of theirs, you know what I mean? Who has a pretty large chunk of territory. I would say the territory stretches throughout Gale Avenue. I would say probably from 7th to Fieldgate is what I would consider as their neighborhood. So everything throughout Gale and the freeway, the 60. So everything that's in the middle is what's considered their neighborhood, and that's a pretty big chunk of territory that we're talking about here. You know what I mean? Like I said, Puente's just a massive, large neighborhood as a whole. More than 3,000 members. So we're talking about a large presence. But yeah, this is the Happy Home Puente, who's different from the other Puente. Separate. So I was told they were all once a part of the whole entire Puente thing, and when they are incarcerated, they do roll as Puente. But out here, this one just does its own thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what's up with Happy Home Puente right there, representing for theirs and putting theirs on the map. Now here we have the Duff Street Puente neighborhood. I'm gonna be putting them together with the Dial Boulevard Puente. Those two clicas, because it seems like those two cliques get along quite fine. Seems like they hit up together, and seems like they have a pretty good bond with each other. You know what I mean? So and they're the more smaller of the cliques, due to the fact that they're not as old as the other cliques. So that's why I'm putting them together as a portion. So we have Duff Street right here, obviously located on Duff Street. It's more of a more smaller clique, more younger. It has young members. It's been around for a while, but I'm saying that it does have its youngsters, representing for theirs. You know what I mean? Definitely you do see the activity by these guys. You know what I mean? You do see them up, but when you see that DST, that's who they are. That's that Duff Street clica for Puente. And then the other one you have Dow Boulevard. That's the one that you see as the DBS one. I know people get it confused, try to say that it was Diablos, but no, this stands for Dow Boulevard. That's obviously because they're located right there on Dow. Throughout the boulevard is where you can find their activities. Also, close to Duff, it seems like they have a good bond with each other, and both sets seem to be doing their thing right there, representing for Puente. I mean, they may not be as large as some of the other clicas, but hey, they hold their ground, they do their thing on that portion. Like I said, Puente is a large city in itself, and it's a large neighborhood, so that's how you have all these clicas pretty much guarding their own safe zones. You know what I mean? Like that's their spots that they're in charge of, controlling, and that's pretty much how it gets down. But that's what's up with the Duff Street, the DST, and the Dow Boulevards right there. And here we have another one of the clicas out of Puente that seems to be getting along quite fine with the rest of the clicas. Seems like there's no beef right there. Is the Beckner Street Locals. Now the Beckner Street Locals, not to be confused with the other BST. This is the BSTLS Locals. You know what I mean? Because the other one is BST. But they're two different clicas. I know sometimes people get them confused, but no, that's how you could tell the difference between the clicas. This one's has the locals attached to it at the end, and this one is a more smaller one. It's one of the clicas that you roughly don't hear about or see as much as some of these other Puente sets, because they're not as large as some of these other Puente clicas, but nonetheless, the clica still has youngsters. It's still relevant, it's still representing, and it's still doing its thing. You know what I mean? Like I said, Puente is just a much larger neighborhood. No clica of theirs really does die out. They all do their thing and represent theirs, but that's what's up with the Beckner Street Locals right there. Now here's one of Puente's clicas that you definitely see up, that it does have numbers. It's deep. It's the one that you do see hit up a lot, that you hear about. You know what I mean? You see the activity by these guys. People can't even say that you don't. This clica of theirs is really active. You know what I mean? You have the Perth. Perth is located right there on Perth and Hatchcraft. I think that's the name of the street. Hatchcraft and Perth is the heart of their neighborhood, their domain, their dojo, where they get it on and popping. You know what I mean? And this clique of theirs is large. You know what I mean? It's active. You know what I mean? It's not the oldest, not the largest, but nonetheless, their presence, you do see it up. It's the one that you see as PST. So that's that PST Puente, double P. But yeah, they right there representing for theirs, and they're still keeping it active. You definitely see the activity by these guys. So these guys are still relevant. Continue to push that line. You know what I mean, and continue to get larger and larger numbers. But that's what's up with the Perth Puente right there. Now, next we have one of the more larger ones right here out of Puente. This clique is definitely old school from theirs. Is with the business. Is large. Is one of the most respected and well-known cliques. You know what I mean? This one's definitely known for doing his own thing. You know what I mean? They kind of, you see them just rolling, mostly solo bolo. You don't really see them interacting with other Puente clicas, except like the PSTs. It's probably the only one that I seen up together. So they kind of just tend to do them. You know what I mean? They located on Trafalgar and Harley is the heart of their neighborhood, their dojo, their main domain, where it be going down. This one is, like I said, it does have numbers. It's one of the well-known, respected clicas of theirs. You know what I mean? You know, these guys put in work. They with the business. Give everyone a hard time right there. Definitely representing Puente for them. You know what I mean? Putting theirs on the map. You know what I'm saying? The Harleys are definitely, you know, they ain't no jokes, homie. You know, they're one of the ones that does push it strong for them. But that's what's up with the HST neighborhood right there. The Harley Street Puente, representing for their clica and putting theirs on the map right there for Puente. And the remaining cliques, I will be putting them together right here because it seems like all of them interact with each other. It seems like they're one united neighborhood. It seems like they all roll together. Seems like there's no difference between them, except that they're different clicas. But it seems like, you know, they push Puente all together and all that. You have the Ballista Street, which is one of the deepest clicas. The deepest is the deepest one out of Puente, the one with the largest number, the one that just blew up in numbers. This clique just, you know, it blew up. You know what I mean? It's spread like wildfire. You know, as a matter of fact, I think this is the clique at which those rappers, I think also Vicious and a few other cats come out of this clique. You know, because Puente does have a lot of rappers, and you guys should go peep out their music. They get down. Each and every one of them individuals has talent. This neighborhood does produce a lot of rappers with a lot of talent. You know, peep out their music right here on YouTube. But yeah, you have the Ballista Street and the Rama Street, which is the one you see as RST. God, I love those abbreviations. So you have the Rama Street, the Ballista, the Eastside Puente, and they all, like, it seems like they're all pretty cool with each other. You know what I mean? Like, you see a lot of the hit ups, you know, being done with all of them together. So it seems like, you know, they have an understanding right there and how they push in their line. You know, that's how you see that BST, RST. You know, and then you see like the Eastside Puente hit up, you know what I mean? And yeah, like, you know, like I said, Puente just has a gang of cliques, but these are some of their elite ones that you see put it down for them. You see the activity, you hear the activity. They give law enforcement a hard time. They give everyone a hard time. They with the business. They get it on and cracking right here. These guys ain't no slouches, ain't no chumps. You know, they push that line and going at it with everybody around there because they do have a lot of enemies, you know what I mean? That's just how it goes. But that's what's up with Rama Street right there, the Ballista Street, and the Eastside Puente representing for theirs and putting theirs on the map. But that's what's up with those clicas right there representing for theirs. And here we have the black sheeps of the family. This is the black sheep of the family. You have the Blackwood Street. Now, Blackwood Street, Puente, used to be a part of the Puente neighborhood. As a matter of fact, Perth and Blackwood, you know, had a pretty good bond, you know, together and whatnot. But it separated itself from the Puente. It went to go do his own thing. Created a beef that still exists till nowadays. You know what I mean? Heavy animosity between these neighborhoods. You know what I mean? It seems like they go at it with every clique out of Puente. Seems like the rest of the Puente cliques do not like these guys. So, you know, they are part of Puente's, you know, Blackwood Street Puente, but just go at it with everybody from Puente, like the rest of the cliques. That's why, you know, I said that they were the black sheep of the family. You know what I mean? Going up against the grain and against, you know, who were once, you know, a part of their family. But this neighborhood has numbers. Even though it's going at it with all Puente, they still hold their ground. These guys ain't no slouches, no chumps, you know what I mean? You know, the reason why they're still standing, you know what I mean? Because if there were some pushovers, I mean, they would have already got, the clique would have already been dismantled. So, you know, they do have, you know, heart and continue to hold it down for their neighborhood, you know what I mean? You see the activity by these guys, you know what I mean? You hear about them, you know, is they be putting it down too, you know what I mean? Just because they separated doesn't mean, you know, nothing, you know, because they continue to hold their ground. And keep representing right there for theirs, you know what I mean? Right there on Blackwood and Great Cliff Avenue, that's like the heart of their hood. That's their dojo, their domain, where they get it on and cracking, where it be popping off. And like I said, they do have a large numbers. They do have territory. They get it on and cracking right there too, homie. You know, don't ever get it twisted. That's what's up with the, and not to be confused with the rest of the BST, because this one writes it BWST. That's how you can tell the difference between them. But that's what's up with the BWST neighborhood right there, representing for theirs, that Blackwood Street and Puente. But that's what's up with theirs.